Hi, everybody. Mr. Hogan here again, just checking in. Uh, as many of you have heard, at this point we will not be returning to school for the rest of the semester in person. Obviously, we're continuing online. This was not ideal for anybody. I read your journals this week and I learned that many of you were surprised that you are disappointed that we're not going to be going back to school for the rest of the school year. And that's hard. It's hard to be denied all those end of the year rituals that you normally get, especially for seniors. Expecting graduation. That's hard, and I understand that's really difficult. Um, I'm so sorry all of these things are being canceled. This is not something anybody really expected, and the fact that it happens at this time in your life, the time when you were supposed to be, perhaps moving on to better things, the time that you were going to get to spend with friends and all this stuff. It's unusual, and I'm sorry. It's not really fair to you, but sometimes in life you just have to kind of deal with the cards you've been dealt and move forward and do the best you can with what you've got. And I know that's not the most encouraging thing to say, but sometimes that's all you can do. Um, Otherwise, I'm going to give an update on my own life as I promised each week. Surprisingly, don't have a whole lot going on. It's like I have to stay inside all day. Um, Done some more reading, writing, watching TV, working. The normal stuff. Not a lot of stuff that's new. Um, anyway, that's where my life is right now. A lot of what other people are doing as well. Otherwise, there are a few things I wanted to talk about before I leave you for this week. Uh, the first one I want to do is I want to encourage you to keep moving forward and to press on. I know this is a tough time for everybody, um, but there's just some things we have to do. Do you remember the poster I have in the back of my classroom, the red one? What does it say? Do you remember? It's the propaganda poster during World War II by the British government, right? Keep calm and carry on. It gained a bit of internet fame a few years ago. Lots of people shared it. But it was basically a campaign right at the beginning of World War II to keep people encouraged and moving forward during tough times. Basically saying, we know there's a lot going on. There's a crisis right now, but we trust you to do the best you can and to keep moving forward with the everyday things you need to be doing, um, and to stay safe and to keep going during this crisis. And so now it's sort of a popular online phrase as well, to keep calm and carry on, and to not lose your cool, and to keep doing the things we need to get done. And that's it's really valuable advice right now. And this was during a crisis in Europe, in England at the time, and so it's important that we take the same advice to heart. The second thing I wanted to talk about was actually during World War One, and multiple of my classes this week were reading about World War One, and some of you may have read about the campaigns to provide more food to those in Europe, to do the best with the resources we had. There are a few different campaigns. Some called Meatless Mondays, Wheatless Wednesdays. Basically, it's saying we'll sacrifice meat one day a week, bread another day a week, basically to have the meat and bread instead, the supplies instead for those who are fighting on our behalf in Europe, and to keep those to keep strong and to give those resources to those who needed those resources at the time. It's something that's really important, right? That we keep that in mind. Um, Sometimes we have to sacrifice things that we want, so everybody can get through things. And I know that's kind of a hard lesson to learn sometimes, one that we don't always like, but it's important, especially right now, to remember that we're making sacrifices to keep everybody safe and to keep us all healthy in these crazy times. Anyway, as always, I'm proud of you for pushing through during these times. Keep up the good work. Keep calm and carry on. Right. We've got to keep up with your digital learning. We've got a lot of that to keep going. Finish the digital year strong. One final thing. Last week I ended with a joke, and I'm not going to end with a joke this week. As per request, I'm going to instead end with a song. And I had some debates over what I should sing, but it was my main decision was it's YouTube, and so I can't post anything that I don't own the rights to. So I had to choose a song that was in the public domain, which means there's no longer a copyright on the song. Oops, I just touched my face. I'm sorry. Oops. Anyway, and so the song that I picked is actually really popular during the First World War. It's an Irish ballad, but it's actually written by Americans. Right before World War I, became popular, was made popular again in World War II when it was recorded by Bing Crosby. You might hear it Christmas time. I listen to a lot of Bing Crosby at Christmas. Anyway, the song is called When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. It's written by Americans who were of Irish descent during the war. It's a good song. It's one of my favorite songs. I've sung it in public before for other things. I'm going to take a short drink of water here to get ready for my singing. Anyway, I do not remember the lyrics that well, so I have a copy of the lyrics down here. Excuse me, just a second. And so I'm going to sing the lyrics. I'm going to be reading the song while I'm recording it. Anyway, it's a good song. Hope you enjoy, and this will be my cutoff until next week. Anyway, here we go. There's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it never should be there at all. With such power in your smile, sure a stone you'd beguile, so there's never a teardrop should fall. When your sweet lilting laughter's like some fairy song, and your eyes twinkle bright as can be, you should laugh all the while, and all other times smile, and now smile a smile for me. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, you'll steal your heart away. For your smile is a part of the love in your heart, and it makes even sunshine more bright. Like the linnet's sweet song crooning all the day long, comes your laughter so tender and light. For the springtime of life is the sweetest of all. There is ne'er a real care or regret. And while springtime is ours throughout all of youth's hours, let us smile each chance we get. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, shall steal your heart away. Have a good week, everybody.